Every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day and the world is waiting. Move along to the song, singing in your soul. Feel the beat, clap your hands, let's take control. All you need, all you want, are you ready to find your way? 'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome to Wisconsin Family. I'm Justin Riley.
And I'm Jessa Jeremiah, and we have a fantastic show for them today, don't we?
Yes, we sure do. For them, for those viewers out
for
there.
us,
Yeah,
for everybody. We'll have a
Everybody.
lovely time. We're here at Texture Salon and Spa, and I'm so glad to be here. This is such a lovely, lovely place, and just a great reputation in the Madison community. We're going to learn from the owner herself in just a little bit why they are so passionate about what they do, but boy, they are so passionate, and it's such a great spot.
They very much are. They very much are. We're excited to talk with
Yes.
Alicia later
Such a
on the
cool
show.
name. I
Yeah.
love that name. I think
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
We'll also be joined by Dustin and Nicole from Iron Grip Gym. They've come
Yes.
back now, and they're going to join us and talk to us a little bit about getting into swimwear for the summer.
Yes,
So,
it's that time of year where you start thinking about what you're going to fit into again, right?
yeah, and I think it really is. They really like push the whole idea of lifestyle change and
Yes,
how this
very
can't be a short-term fix. There are no short-term fixes for what you
Yes.
want to do.
Talk
So,
about passion. These two are very passionate.
Yes.
They've made it their whole life, actually, their way of living and their business. So
Yeah.
they're great at motivating you at home, and we'll get some inside tips from them. And we're also going to talk about, it might be wedding season for you, it might be Mother's Day. We've got all
Graduation's
kinds of
coming up, yeah.
reasons to make a personalized invitation. With things being so digital today, I'm so
Yeah.
excited to talk to the paper piper. That's all going to be coming up on Wisconsin Family.
'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. Justin and I are seated here off of Todd Drive at Texture Salon and Spa. We've got the owner in town. She kind of is half and half. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Between here and Minnesota. She's going to chat with us a little bit later about her lovely space here. And now we've got two familiar faces. We're talking fitness, and boy, it is the best time to talk fitness as summer is in the air. It's
Absolutely.
about to be warm again, and we're all thinking about getting into those summer clothes. So you probably recognize Nicole and Dustin. They're from Iron Grip Gym, and thanks for joining us today.
Yeah.
Good to be here.
Glad to have you. Okay, so talking summer, talking fitness. Is there a fitness program, we're going to pick your brains, that you guys think works the best?
Not necessarily. I mean, there is no one-size-fits-all fitness program. I think all fitness programs can be effective as long as you challenge yourself, put intensity behind it. Usually, if you're comfortable in your fitness program, you're probably either plateaued or you're not seeing the results you want to. A good way to avoid that is maybe change it up, or if you run on a treadmill, do some incline running. Maybe add high-intensity interval training to it. Different ways to kind of give your body something different where it's not, or it hasn't adapted to it, where you can kind of change up your routine and maybe get a little more intensity out of your workout.
So there's no magic formula,
There really
is what you're
isn't,
saying.
no.
You got to work hard.
I would like it to be
gotta
ours
work
because we
for
own
it.
a gym, right?
Yeah.
But
No, but you're smart in thinking that, and that's what you guys do well, is you hold people accountable and make sure they're working to where they need to be working to get results.
Yes.
So that's the point.
Making sure that they're comfortably uncomfortable.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
That's
got
basically
it.
it. Yeah.
Well said.
So a lot of folks, they add the component of diet to their exercise program. Is there one that's more important than the other?
No, I mean, fitness and diet, they're both equally important. The one thing that I think we spend so much time thinking about conditioning our bodies, right? I mean, you talk about diet, you talk about foods, you talk about fitness. The one aspect I don't think that people focus on enough is the mental aspect. Because if you perceive fitness as a chore, if you perceive dieting as a hassle, you're just not going to continue with it.
Yeah.
There's a few things that I do. I like to find things that are healthy, that maybe are fun to cook. Maybe find natural ways to flavor foods. As far as exercise, fitness, I like to think about the aspect of how it feels when I'm done.
Right.
If you focus too much on
So true.
the actual fitness itself and how hard it is, you're going to perceive it as not fun, you know, and you're not going to want to continue to do it. Maybe if you think about how you feel after you're done, maybe it'll help you.
I love that you say that, because have you ever in your life, you or you at home, left the gym and thought, gee, I really wish I didn't do that?
No.
Never.
No.
You always feel great afterwards, and
Exactly.
you're always so glad you did it. So that's so smart. I love it.
And what you're talking about is kind of a lifestyle change, really. It's not just a fad diet, do this for this amount of time, and then go back to the way you were living before. I mean, to see permanent results, you really need to change your lifestyle, which is kind of what you're talking about a little bit.
It is, because...
And your mindset, like you said.
Well, that's the same with goals. You know, if you do a short-term goal and you hit your goal, sometimes people just kind of are done.
I made it, I'm done.
Yeah,
back to my old ways.
I mean, but if you think about it as something you enjoy, maybe hopefully you'll do it as more of like a hobby per se than you know, something you just do in your day.
Right. Yeah. Well, we may have covered this a little bit, but I'm sure folks at home are wondering, you know, you guys are so good at motivating others, but what specifically motivates the two of you? Because you have stuck to your fitness routine and your diet regimen, and it is a lifestyle. So what makes you so motivated?
Me personally, I use anything I can get. You know, whether it's a bad day, my bad day can be motivation.
Oh, I see. You like take it out.
I do. I take it out in the gym. A good day, if you're happy, if it's a nice day, you know, I'm like, oh man, it's really nice out. It'd be a nice day to go do a workout. You know, I mean, those are the types of things that I get motivation from. Other people may need, like I said, a goal of some sort, but continue to find goals. You just can't be like, oh, you know, one goal, I'm gonna lose. That's why we don't like to do pounds, because you know, sometimes when people say I want to lose 10 pounds, they lose it, and then they kind of.
Well, you might gain it in muscle, so it's not always.
That's
about
very
that
true.
number.
Exactly. You know,
Fitness.
you know, we like to you know, we measure people at our gym where you can lose inches and whatnot, because sometimes you're changing your body. You're not necessarily losing. So you know, pounds isn't always a good goal. I would say, you know, some people, you know, a certain amount of weight they want to deadlift or something like that, you know, and then they have a new goal because they deadlifted that. Maybe they'll go on to the next thing, you know.
Or a dress you want to fit in.
Or
yeah,
that's a big one.
That's always my motivation. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
But
Do you guys, I'm just curious, do you guys see any trends with your clients as the weather tends to get warmer, you know, and there's more activities going on and so forth?
Yeah, we have certain clients that are always dedicated, they're good, but we have some where they'll work really hard for summer to come, and then they get lost in like the cookouts and, you know, having drinks with friends and different parties, weddings, and they just get completely thrown off track with their fitness program. And then fall comes and they're like, oh, I gotta start over, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
well, it's about balance. I think you can have your fun, but you've got to maintain that regimen, right? I mean, like you said, it's a lifestyle, so continuing on that
moderation.
same path.
Yeah, moderation's important. Yeah.
Absolutely. Before we go, talk to us real quick about your summer special. You're doing something for college students.
Yeah, we have some college students that come back to us in the summertime. So we're going to start this year just a straight $300 fee from the time they, end their semester to the time they start. So if it's the middle of May until the end of August, that's fine. They can come unlimited, $300. They just have to pay by June 15th.
Awesome. Great deal. Well, you guys are awesome as far as motivation goes and keeping us, in that understanding that this is a lifestyle change and it's big picture, right? So Iron Grip Gym, this is Dustin and Nicole. Make sure you go see them out in Middleton. And we're going to be back with more Wisconsin Family here at Texture Salon after the break.
And welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We are on location at Texture Spa and Salon over on the West Beltline.
You got it.
Enjoying ourselves, and we're going to be talking with the owner later on in the program.
Can't wait. Looking forward to it.
If you are looking for good places to find personalized invitations for your upcoming party, whether it's a graduation party or whatnot, or wedding season is coming up, look no further than Paper Piper. And with us now is Missy Stein. Missy, welcome back, I should say.
Hi, thank you. Thanks for having me back.
So nice to see you.
Yes, thank you.
You haven't aged a bit. A year ago we saw
A year
Missy.
ago,
Yeah.
Time flies. We're having fun.
So obviously, the look and feel of personalized invitations is always changing, always evolving, so there's always some trends happening. What trends are you finding when it comes to invitations and personal stationery?
Yeah, it's really interesting because stationery is kind of like fashion. So a lot of the trends tend to be color. A big thing we're maybe a little bit behind in Madison. So big colors that were really, really big, last year out on the runway are kind of coming here. So actually something that's coming back is soft colors. So we're doing a lot of blushes and champagnes and kind of softening up, which is really nice because it's very timeless.
Yeah.
So it's something that people are saying, when I look back, I don't want to feel like, why did I choose that? Or, that kind of thing. So it's nice. And people are really incorporating different textures. So lace and ribbon, and again, keeping it soft and simple, but with a little pop, something unusual.
That's very cool. It's
Yeah.
very interesting.
Yeah.
But I'm sad to hear that we're not on the cutting edge cusp of the stationary design world
Yeah.
here in
Yeah.
Madison.
It's more the fashion part of it. Yeah, it's more the fashion part. Yeah.
I love that. Let's talk a little bit about, the options that are out there.
Yeah.
There's so many online stationery companies these days.
Yep.
You do such a great job. I've been to her place and seen so many different things
Yeah.
you've done. It's like everyone is totally unique. I don't know how you do it.
It's fun.
But
yeah.
talk about the benefits of doing something locally and why.
Yeah. So, I think I started because and 15 years ago when we started, there weren't as many online options, but I like to touch paper. I like to feel it, and I'm a very tactile person in that sense. So people can come in and touch, and they can feel the weight, or really see, is that purple the same purple as my dress, or is that ivory the same ivory as my dress, rather than going off of a screen. And computer screens are, they're tricky. So that's one thing that a lot of our customers say, I'm glad I just get to talk to somebody. And then, with having a store, people come in once, and they can come in again, and they can come again. Right. And really, more than anything, if you're planning a really large event, you're kind of looking for someone to bounce ideas off of, whether it be wording, or do you have a suggestion for this or a suggestion for that? And we've been doing this for so long that we've heard things that have worked, and we've certainly heard things that have not worked when it comes to kind of the planning part of it, even though we don't plan.
Right.
So we can kind of help with those questions, or even get them in contact with someone that would maybe be a little more familiar, just because we have been in the wedding industry for so long. But it's really interesting. Weddings cross over to bat and bar mitzvahs. Wow. So a lot of the same venues, same caterers, that kind of thing. And really same birthday parties and those milestones where you're doing larger groups.
I like the fact that you can talk to a real person.
Yeah.
You mean I get to talk to a human?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. And for folks who have lived in the Madison area for a while, they'll know that there's a lot of quirkiness here, and a lot of people who have original ideas and that sort of thing. And they probably, I would think, there's a lot of one-of-a-kind parties. Like, you're not going to find another party like this somewhere.
Yep.
Can Paper Piper create anything? I mean, can you create things for these one-of-a-kind parties?
And that's really kind of, I don't think that I could be doing this for as long as we have if I was doing the same red and white invitation, pink and purple, whatever.
Right.
Everyone is so different, and what I love is that everybody's giving us this idea for such a personal touch. And so we will have people coming in and having it in a very obscure restaurant, and they might not be having it in Madison, but they want to tie the theme of the restaurant. Sure. And so many times it's tied into the personality of the person that's either hosting the party or having the party. And just that fun personal touch. We get a lot of mail. Normally it's bills.
Yeah.
So nobody likes getting a bill.
Right.
So if you can open something, because you don't get many handwritten letters anymore. If you can open something and have it to be very personalized or very unique, it's fun. It's kind of exciting in a strange sort of way.
I know, and it's almost kind of sad that that's true, but it is. It's so nice to get something that's personalized these days.
Yeah.
So you've been doing this for a while, not your first time, as we know.
Yep.
How long has Paper Piper been around?
So I started over 15 years ago, and we opened the store just over 6 years ago. So it was really interesting when we started. It was mainly wedding invitations. That was kind of our wheelhouse. And then since we opened the store, it's been really fun because people have found us, and even those weddings that we did 15 years ago are now customers for, birthday parties and baby announcements, and I like to say natural progression.
Yeah. Soon to be graduations, I suppose.
Yeah.
You get to follow them through their lives.
I do,
Milestones.
It is. It's
So
really
special.
funny. It's funny to meet someone when younger and getting married, and then see them years later with 3-4 kids.
Right.
Yeah.
How fun is that?
Yeah.
I love it.
So how does someone connect with a designer from Paper Piper?
Yeah, so because everything is so customized, we do what we call design sessions, and they're complimentary. So people can come in and look at samples around the store, or they can email or call, or however they need to get in touch with us to set up an appointment. And we do one-on-one so that we're not pulled in 12 different directions.
Yeah. And I love that you can see, take a look at some of the samples and things that you've done, because they are so unique and so beautiful. And I don't know how you keep coming up with new ideas, but I commend you for it.
Oh, thank you. It's fun.
Missy Stein from Paper Piper, thank you so much for joining us. We hope to have you back sometime.
Thank you.
Don't go away. There's more Wisconsin Family coming up right after this. Stick around.
'Cause every day is a new day. Every day is a new day.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We have been having a fabulous time here at Texture Salon and Spa, and we finally, as promised, get to meet the owner, Alicia Fisher, and thank you so much for having us and being such a gracious hostess. We appreciate it.
Yes, well, we loved having you in this morning, so it's been fantastic.
We've had lots of wonderful guests today, and we're going to talk all about Texture Salon and Spa now, and there's lots to know. These guys have a fabulous reputation in the Madison community, and
Thank you.
actually you were referred to me from someone we have on our show, Girl Talk. I don't know if you know that, but
Oh, no, I
right down the
didn't.
way at Radiance.
Oh,
Skin-
Ann.
Yes, and she's fabulous, and they said just, we have to talk to you, you're the best. So
Well, thank you.
we're doing just that. But you have been doing this for a while, and you really stand out from some other salons and spas in the area, and I want to share with viewers at home why that is.
Absolutely. It's really our dedication to customer service. When a guest walks in, we want them to feel welcome and inspired, and we have such a personable and friendly front desk staff, and then our service providers are so strong in their knowledge and their communication skills, and it's a unique experience for them. They love it, they love being here, and we just want to make sure that we're providing them with the best look possible.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love that sense that you can really go home and get that look again, because that's my least favorite thing about getting my hair done, is that I think it looks so great when I get done at the salon and they style it just perfectly, and I love the cut and color and all that, and then I go home and I try and do the same thing the next day and I totally fail. And it's so hard to recreate that, and I don't know if you experience the same thing, Justin, but I imagine men go through this too.
A little bit, yeah, and I think a lot of folks, they kind of come to accept the fact that that's just the way it is. Like, I'll never be able to get it to look exactly how they did at the salon.
Right.
But I mean, I think that's really a big part of what you guys do, and a good stylist is going to do that. They're going to
Yes.
teach, they're going to educate their customer, their client.
It's not the way it should be. So
Right,
that's kind of
exactly.
the biggest thing. So
Yeah.
really, for me, it's one of those when I have a guest that comes in and they're like, I love the way you do it, but I can't get it to look that
Right.
way after that. That is the worst thing I can possibly hear, because it means that we're not doing our job. So our job is to make it look fantastic and have a look that's wearable and that you can maintain. But we need to teach you all those steps and how to actually do it at home. So it's not a struggle every day that you wake up. We want it to be a thing where you have confidence because you feel like you look great, instead of just struggling with, oh, I can't do it the way they do, and then they kind of give up at that point.
Right.
Yeah, I love that idea.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of education, you really push continuing education with your stylists here, which I think is
Yes.
awesome. So talk to us about why is it a big part of your business model?
It's really because this industry, it's changing constantly. It's ever evolving. We have, the fashion industry, that's what inspires all of the hair trends and what we're doing those years, and it changes all the time. So if we're not keeping up with that, then we're not able to provide our guests with the best possible service. So we do monthly education. We have educators fly in from across the country and actually train our stylists in the latest trends. And a lot of times you're gonna see this on the runway, but it doesn't really translate to everyday wear. It's how do we actually take that trend and make it so someone can wear it every day.
Yes.
Yeah,
And I love that you guys are on top of it like that, because it is changing so quickly, and I am somebody that has no idea what is in and what to do.
That's our job.
And I'm that person that sits down and they say, okay, what are you thinking? And I'm like, I don't know, I need you to tell me what
Right.
to do. What are people doing now? And that's a concern of mine, if I might get a stylist that isn't as up to date on some of the trends. So
Yes.
I love that you do that, so important. As folks are interested in coming out and maybe haven't been here before, what can a guest expect upon a visit to Texture? What are they going to get?
Really, they're going to get, it's full service. Every single one, not only our service providers, but again, our front desk staff, they are so trained in customer service. They feel so welcomed when they walk in. And they also really get a strong sense of, they can trust us. And it's because of how we project the things that we teach them throughout the process. They really know that they're going to get that best look that they possibly can because we're taking them through every single step. They can trust our judgment, they can trust our skill set, and know that they're going to feel fantastic when they actually leave.
Yeah, absolutely. I love your passion and energy around it, by the way. I just think it's fantastic.
So you push continuing education. You want to make sure that people know what the latest trends are. You want to
Yes.
help educate the customers about that. Speaking of trends, what are some of the hot trends for men and women this year?
It's actually really cool this year. So it's Dare to be Disruptive, and it's taking something that is actually conventional and breaking it up a little bit. So let's take someone who's a brunette, and let's say it's a bob, which is probably one of the most common looks you actually see. What they're doing is they're taking almost a halo of color underneath, and you're seeing all of these kind of blasts of like high fashion colors, and it sounds very different, but it'll be like blues and purples and reds and colors that just flow together. So it's conventional, but it has just a pop of something different.
Sure.
Other thing that you see too is like a difference in texture. So someone who has like curly hair, for example, and it's really big, it's really textured, well, they're pairing that with a really straight fringe or a straight bang and using that as a conversation piece. So it's really neat for that. Men, I mean, as far as men go, it's really kind of that. You're seeing a lot more design work in men's hair cutting. You're seeing a lot more lines that are actually cut into their hair. It's still very kind of put together Mad Men style, but they're getting a little bit more creative with it.
I love that men have trends too. I feel like women's trends change so quickly when it comes to clothes and fashion, but hairstyles really can change, evolve a little quicker.
They do.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They really
wonderful.
do.
Dare to be disruptive. I
Yes.
love that.
To be disruptive. Not in your everyday
It's the rebel
life,
side.
just your hair. Right. What do you think when you think about texture and sometimes it's hard to be an insider and know what people are thinking of you, but the feedback is just very, very positive and loving. What do you think that texture is really known for, in your opinion?
Really what we're known for is our education and our knowledge. Those are the two biggest things that I've always wanted to be known for as a salon owner. I wanted people to feel like they can trust us, so we're known for that. We're known to bring them all the latest information, so that way our guests are able to make that kind of informed decision of, do I want to do this trend? Where am I kind of going with these different things? And we guide them along that because we want to make things that are very wearable for them and their lifestyle. So they know that we really listen, we're really passionate about our craft, and because of that, it translates into what we do on a day-to-day basis.
I can see that passion in you and your staff as well, and I think it's really important that you're so in tune to the fact that it's about somebody's lifestyle, because one person may be able to maintain a cut or a color that needs a little bit more maintenance and a little bit more time and may love that experience.
Absolutely.
Where somebody else might not have the time, and you're not going to allow them to go home with a cut that's really more high maintenance if they don't have that time. So really smart.
Alicia, really quick before we go, what are some other services that people might be surprised that they get at Texture?
Yeah, we're very full service. So we do everything from body waxing. We actually do medical grade facials to help with any sort of skincare issues that way. We do eyebrow and eyelash tinting. People don't even know that that's a thing sometimes.
Tinting? Wow.
Yes, so you can actually make it look like you have mascara on without having to wear mascara. So it's great for summer. And then men's straight razor shaving. So we're really into the professional male, and that's really, really cool. Men love it.
Absolutely.
So,
Well, so much fun being here. This is Alicia Fisher. Can we look like you if we come here? Can you promise us that? But no, really, thank you so much. You guys are just absolutely lovely. We appreciate
Yes, thank you for having us.
We want to thank all of our guests for joining us today, and thank you for watching. Join us next time for Wisconsin Family.
Every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day and the world is waiting. Move along to the song, singing in your soul. Feel the beat, clap your hands.